How do you feel about the notion that we're going to be bringing in these terrorists from Guantanamo Bay and being tried here in the United States of America?
That's probably one of the most contentious proposals that I have seen out of this administration. These people are not, should not be granted citizenship rights, Miranda rights. In essence, anything that was collected down at the Guantanamo facility with a good little bit of first-year law student lawyering, they're going to be able to throw a lot of this evidence completely out. And basically, I think they're going to end up walking free. These people need to be tried as military combatants and handled appropriately by the military. This is not a criminal issue. This is a war issue. We actually have a war going that apparently nobody in the administration really wants to recognize as being a true war on terror.
Sticking on the terror part, so this whole circus that's going to happen in New York, I think middle of the year next year. What do you think we can do as a people to combat that, to actually push it back?
I'm not sure, Javier, that we're going to be able to do a whole lot as far as the people themselves are concerned with that, with the exception of maybe really begin to put some pressure on the administration, expressing our concerns of allowing these people to have their Miranda rights, allowing them to have access to our criminal justice system. I'm beginning to see some uprising in New York, some uproar, I should say, from citizens up there in New York. They really don't want these people in their prisons up there, just a very short distance from where the World Trade Centers were standing prior to the attack. And it really upsets a lot of these people. So you may see some push on that. I think Congress could probably make some pushback as well. I think it's going to be up to some of the Republican leadership to really say, look, we're going to have to stop this. Leave these people where they are, and let's try them as military combatants rather than as with our criminal justice system.
Have you been paying much attention to the U.S. Senate race here in Florida, the Republican primary between former Speaker Marco Rubio and Governor Charlie Crist?
I pay pretty good attention to it. I sure do.
Do I dare ask who your dog in the race is?
Well, I'd kind of just like to leave it that there's a little fellow from down in South Florida that I have a particular affection towards.
Now tell me a little bit about what else you're running to do in Congress. I mean, just let's ad-lib something. Give me something that right off the cuff. Tell me something about Mike Yost.
One thing you'll find about Mike Yost is that Mike is one of these people that would rather sit and listen to what a group of people is telling him and try to figure out where their concerns are. It's kind of hard to develop any kind of solutions if you don't understand what the problems are. And I think that too often we have too many people in Congress today that aren't listening to what the people are saying. They're offering solutions that have absolutely no relationship to what people's true concerns are. So you're going to find that Mike's one of these guys that really wants to listen. And another thing you're going to find about Mike too, when he gets to Congress, he wants to be held accountable for everything that he does. I want the people to stay in touch with me. Tell me when I'm doing something wrong that they don't agree with, and tell me when I'm doing something right that they do agree with. My phone will be open 24/7 if it's at all possible. And I'm going to try to stay in touch with the constituents, not see me on TV or with a press release or something like that. I like to spend a lot more time in the district, being around the people that have elected me, making sure that I'm meeting their needs and meeting their concerns, bringing things to the table that they really have a genuine interest in.
So you're going to be available 24 hours. If I call you at 4:30 in the morning and say, Mike,
I may say, Javier, let me call you back after I've had breakfast, but yes, I would.
So how can they learn more about you? You have a website?
Yostforcongress.com. It's all words, no numbers in there.
Okay, so they can donate there, find out more about you, and
sure
sounds
can,
good.
yeah.
So what's next on the agenda for the Yost campaign?
Well, the next thing that's on the agenda for the Yost campaign, we actually are having a small business leaders roundtable up in Jacksonville on the 28th. We've invited several of the local area small business people to come in, and we want to sit down and discuss this health care bill and what the impact can be on their businesses if this thing does pass. And I'm going to offer some solutions that I think that would be of interest to these people that I believe will make a far better, true, genuine health care reforms that will work. It won't overburden our small business.
Well, you just brought up health care, and we didn't touch on that. You mentioned you had solutions. Can you give me two?
Yeah, I sure can. Tort reform, number one.
Okay.
And the second thing that I think is could make a dramatic impact in terms of health care, make it more affordable, make it more available, is the use of health savings accounts. Let people utilize their own funds, buy any kind of health insurance program that you want. Currently, the way it's set up now with the high deductible plans, it can be a little bit out of reach for some people. But with health savings accounts, you actually can bring some tax implications into the current system that we have today that people with low income could really benefit from, buying their own health insurance out of their own health savings account.